Welcome in. We are going live. This is the MLB Weekday Series. I'm your host, Drew Martin, alongside Big Man on Campus. Big Man, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good, Drew. I feel like I'm a pundit at CNN or something, Drew. I'm on the air constantly all day here at SBR. Lot to do, Drew, but it's a busy season for us here at SBR.
Yeah, a lot of sports going on, getting ready to go. College football, NFL, Major League Baseball, CFL. What else are we missing that you're doing?
I'm doing soccer. I have that's going on. Obviously we have college football coming up and baseball going on, so plenty of stuff going on. I'm actually also, Drew, a lot involved in college basketball. Some of the recruiting going on, and just kind of getting ready for that season, which will be here before we know it. So plenty to do.
Absolutely. What, November? And dude, anybody watching out there, I can't recommend BMOC or anybody more than Big Man on Campus for college basketball. I mean, I've never seen anybody with the knowledge you have on the basketball court.
I appreciate that, Drew. Yeah, I spend a lot of time with college basketball. It's all year for me. I follow recruiting and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it more than ever. So
cool, man. Well, yeah, let's hit on a couple MLB series here, and then actually, me and you are going to be shortly doing the college football previews as well. So, yeah, let's give the people a little bit. We got 9/17, 9/18, the Mets-Yankees, a Subway Series going tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night. We got a total of 10 tonight. Sessa on the hill, commanding -180, big man. That's a big number there.
It is a big number. That's a great point, Drew. It's an odd number to see with Luis Sessa, especially with the Yankees, who – look, I know, they had a pretty livened series against the Red Sox, but look, at the end of the day, they lost 2 or 3 in that series. They're not hitting right now. You look at this lineup, Holiday's out, Starling Castro's out, Hicks just came off the DL, Judge has not been performing. Ellsbury is one of the worst signings they've ever had. And look, they're really just starting to come back to earth offensively. They're blowing leads still in the bullpen, and you land Sessa tonight. You look tomorrow, you got to face Jacob deGrom in this series. Look, the Mets aren't playing for much, but at the end of the day, I'm just not really interested in the Yankees right now. They're not playing well, and I'm definitely not looking to bet against deGrom tomorrow. So for me, I kind of almost want to take the Mets in this series, Drew.
Yeah, and what's up with Sonny Gray? -142 right now at Heritage. Looks like Bet Online's hanging -141. Going against deGrom, that number's like really surprising to me. So you're saying you're not wanting to go against deGrom. I'm wondering, how is this -140? What are the odds makers seeing that I'm not understanding? It looks like you're not agreeing with either.
Yeah, well, I guess they're seeing that it's the Yankees. They're seeing that they're obviously in a playoff race and the Mets aren't. But when you really look at it, Drew, they're just not playing well right now. I would thought we would see this Yankee line drop tonight. Honestly, I didn't think 180 would be. It's actually went up, which is amazing. I just think this is one of those games where I don't really think anyone wants to get involved with it. And tomorrow, I think you're going to see. I think that's kind of baiting you maybe into taking deGrom a little bit, but no one wants to get involved with the Mets either. Tonight, it's weird though, Drew. I maybe you can agree. I thought this line would have went down by now. I thought we would see some Mets money come in, but I don't think anyone wants to get involved with this game at all.
Yeah, I mean, to see Sessa commanding -180, it just catches my eye. I'm not involved in it. I mean, Montero, on the other hand, I haven't been either betting on him or fading him pretty much all season. Do you know anything about the Mets starter tonight?
Well, Montero was a guy that they had high hopes for. They thought he would be, kind of in that Syndergaard deGrom group, and he really never matriculated. I trust him a little bit more than I trust Montero or trust Sessa, but then you look at the bullpens, and I like the Yankees bullpen a whole lot better. I think if you like the Mets tonight, I'd go first 5 here. I think this is a good bet. It's worth a bet. You kind of cut the bullpen out, and you face solely on Sessa here. He shouldn't be laying a price to anyone. I don't think.
Yeah, great point with the first 5 on the Mets. If that's what you're looking to do, is go on the Mets tonight. But yeah, let's move on to another one. Tonight we got 9/19, 9/20 Houston, Arizona interleague matchup here to AL West, NL West. McHugh versus Greinke. Greinke, the obvious favorite, -162 looks like the high number right now. Actually, bookmaker hanging -166 on SBR odds right now. And then tomorrow's a day game there in Arizona. We got Peacock versus Banda, and it looks like Peacock's commanded -120 there for Houston. Any opinion on this series, big man?
Yeah, I would look the D-backs way here, Drew. I mean, Houston's lost 8 of 12. they're just really not playing very good right now. They're struggling even since the All-Star break. They've struggled to really maintain consistency. And, we can point to a lot of things with this team. We can look at the lack of a pitching that they have. I mean, other than Dallas Keuchel, I don't trust this rotation at all. I've been critical of this team not making any moves at the deadline, which I find to be unbelievable that they didn't go out and make a move. This was their chance, Drew. They have a good team. They have a good group of guys. I thought it was kind of a slap in the face to a lot of these guys that they didn't go out and make a move. You brought in Francisco Liriano, an ERA guy at 5 his whole career, and you really didn't get better while everyone else around you did. Now they face a team in Arizona who all year has been very good at home, 38-22, scoring almost 6 runs a game. And what's been so impressive about, Drew, Arizona has been their pitching. Opponents are only hitting .233 in Arizona this year. They've had good innings from a lot of their starters, especially Zach Greinke, who is 11-2 at home. His team's 11-2 at home. He's 10-1. He just suffered his first loss at home to the Dodgers, so you can't really knock him there. You look at tomorrow. I know Banda pitches, but I'm not a big Peacock guy. Banda's pitched decent, actually, to be honest. And then the final game, I think it's who do you have in the final game, Drew? I didn't end up writing it down.
Let me check right here. If you got anything, I'll go to MLB.com.
I think it's Morton and Taiwan Walker, I think, which I think is kind of a, I think this series will be tied going into the finals game. And, look, I mean, Morton, I think, is the weakest link in this rotation. So, I just think it's a team kind of really playing some good baseball right now and a team that's really just kind of struggled. I mean, Houston's lineup is not as potent. You don't have to face Keuchel in this matchup. I'd look towards Arizona in this series.
Okay, looking towards Arizona from Big Man on Campus. And then let's do another one, 979, 980. We got Chicago White Sox heading out west to face the Dodgers. Another interleague matchup going with the NL rules here. And obviously the Dodgers commanding over $3 right now, as high as minus 340 at Bookmaker. So this is a tough one for me, Big Man, because it's tough to go against the Dodgers. As talented as they are, they got Wood on the hill going tomorrow versus Gonzalez. But it's also tough to look for the White Sox. But I mean, are you going to lay $3 with the or north of $3 with the Dodgers?
I think it's about as easy as it's going to come in this series. I mean, you get Darvish, you get Alex Wood. I mean, you get top flight pitchers here. And look, I think we should cool it here a little bit with the White Sox. I mean, did they sweep Houston? Yeah, but Houston's just not really playing well right now. You look at the White Sox from every standpoint. Their lineup is full of AAA players. Their rotation, I mean, your aces, I guess Miguel Gonzalez at this point, he's pitched the best for them. I guess he'd be your ace, but their bullpen's a mess. They actually traded away another arm, Tyler Clippard, who I guess that's almost a good thing. Tyler Clippard's awful. But, I mean, you're really getting the best team in baseball versus arguably the worst. You get your big guns here. And the Dodgers just been so dominating at home. I mean, Drew, I think they've won like 73% of their games at home by 2 or more runs. I don't know if it's a series price I'm going to look at, but from a run line perspective, definitely going to look at it because it doesn't matter who the Dodgers play, they're getting the job done on the run line.
Okay. So, Pete's usually doing this show. We're stepping in for him. I figure, considering it's Pete Loshak, we got to bring up Bartolo Colon. Cleveland, Minnesota in Tuesday's matchup. Looks like Bartolo Colon would be about a plus 150 underdog going against Salazar in the Cleveland Indians. Do you have any opinion on this one, Big Man?
I do kind of. I mean, Cleveland's not playing well right now, and it's unfortunately been a growing theme with this team. They look good for a couple weeks, and then then they do stuff like this where they lose a couple games. I mean, they have won 3 straight, but before that, they had lost 4 or 5. They're just kind of a weird team. They're really inconsistent. They'll look good, then they'll lose 4 in a row, and they've just been really unsure. And the big problem behind that, Drew, has been their inability to drive runs in. They're worst in the major leagues in runners left in scoring position per game. Though I think adding Jay Bruce will help them considerably. But they're only hitting 178 over the last week, and look, I'm not believing in Bartolo Colon. I know he's pitched pretty good in his last couple outings, but that was against Oakland, Milwaukee, and Texas, 3 teams that do have trouble at times scoring runs. I'm not going to believe in in Cologne in this matchup. Salazar's been very good lately. What is the price in this game? What do we got? 170. Yeah, we'll see. But again, probably going to be a team total for me here. I think maybe this would be a good team or a good guy to bounce back out of a slump against Cologne.
Okay, so looking for the Cleveland Indians team total over tomorrow night?
Yeah. Especially after having a day off today. I think that'll kind of get them refreshed or refocused. They go into a new series. And you look at the Twins bullpen. Drew, I don't know that there's been a team that I've lost more in late inning games than the Twins. It's just amazing how bad this bullpen can be at times. I had a game over the weekend. They went down 5-0 in that game, came back, took a 6-5 lead. We're up 11-6, Drew, in the 7th inning, and ended up losing to the Tigers 12-11. They're just a brutal bullpen. I think if Cologne gives it 2 or 3 here, I think we could surely get 2 or 3 more and see a team total winner here.
Okay. And, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, live. If you're liking the content from BMOC, please give us a thumbs up. We got a couple guys in the chat box right now. Matthew Varnum saying, what's up, Jeff and Drew? Also saying, I wouldn't touch the Yankees until they turn it around. I guess that's that from Matthew. I wouldn't disagree with you. I mean, Sessa, especially commanding the -180 price. Also, Armin chiming in. What's up, buddy? Houston's burned him many times. I'm guessing that Chicago White Sox sweep hurt as well. Robinson also chiming in. What's up, Robinson? He's saying he hopes they keep playing bad. I have the under on this afternoon's game. I think he was just talking about the game we were last talking about. But yeah, anything else as far as MLB goes, big man?
Yeah, one other one, Drew, just with Cleveland in that series. They've won 7 in a row against Minnesota in Minnesota. So, again, I mean, you're going to get – I think Kluber would go, right? I think he would go in this series. You get Salazar as well. Yeah, I mean, they're going to definitely be a series I'll look at here. I think good time to bounce back for Cleveland. So, overall, I mean, I'm going to definitely look into the Diamondbacks a little bit. Interested in maybe the Mets, especially tonight, the Mets in the first 5. And then the Dodgers and Cleveland going forward.
Yeah, and we got Cleveland on Wednesday throwing Carrasco, and his last time out in Tropicana, he was flirting with a no-no for a while. He's going up against Gibson. I guess Gibson has been better this season, but yeah, I definitely look towards the Indians on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, I'm more of a Drew. I'll be honest. I'm more of a game-to-game guy in baseball, especially now with – I know Donnie discusses false flags a lot. Him and I both are getting involved with that. I mean, we're definitely looking more at – things that just don't really make sense on a card. Why is this going like this? And like tonight, why is Nick Tepesh even money against Jake Odorizzi? Why is that happening? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm looking at things like that. But overall, some fun series this week. Good luck to everyone out there.
Yeah, for sure. And big man, can we bring a little late night on campus into this? And can you define false flags and where it came from?
Yeah, a false flag is something coined by our friend Donnie Wrightside, my dear friend Donnie Wrightside, who is my co-host on the shows that we do. Donnie's a guy that bets against the public. He likes to bet against, kind of what everyone in the masses are not doing. And it's really, Drew, just about looking at a card and saying, what doesn't make sense here? What do I look at and what are my eyes trained to? And most people's eyes are right away going to be trained to, wow, I can get the Rays at -105 against – who the hell's Nick Tepesh? I never heard of him. And you're automatically going to think to yourself, Rays are nothing here. Why is the line went from 130 to 105 and there's been all the money coming in the Rays? It's really just reverse line movement and looking at things like that and just really looking at things that don't make sense. I think a lot of people tonight are going to look at Houston and say, look, I know Greinke's pitching. I'm fine with that. I get it. But I have to take Houston at +150. I mean, that's great value. That is a D-back line. In Philadelphia, Drew, in this area, when we look at games, we're looking at a game from a standpoint of who does the line make sense for to bet on? And we almost call it like that's a Philly line. That's an Oakland line. When you look at it and you're saying, what does this make sense? What makes sense here? And those two games don't make sense. So we're going to look to fade that. You might have to get in bed with some fleas, as Donnie would say, but sometimes you got to do that to win. And Donnie's had a lot of success doing that. I've had some success doing it. We're going to look to keep doing it.
All right, I got a follow up for you, but a couple guys in the chat box saying something about my background. Yeah, I'm traveling. I'm in Atlanta right now. I'll be in Vegas on Thursday. But thanks for saying you like the backgrounds, Satan and Robinson. Appreciate that. But big man, I was watching like a CNN spy show here because I never get to really watch TV when I'm in Costa Rica.
Sure.
And one of the DEA shows was like, the guy said we had a false flag from one of the drug dealers. Is that where Donnie got it from?
I don't know where he got the name from, but I know me, I'm extremely I see everything. I notice everything. I'm constantly looking, around, and I'm trying to find things. And I don't know if he got it from stuff like that. I'd have to ask him. I'll ask him tonight on the show if you want. But I don't know where he got the false flag. I guess it's just something that doesn't make sense. I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know if that he got it off of a CNN DEA show, but that's interesting that they said it on there. I'm all about tells, Drew, and like kind of observing people. That when I play poker, my goal is to not only get good cards, but to almost break someone down and figure out what kind of person they are, what are their ticks, what do they do routinely, almost like staking someone out. I'm looking to do that when I do poker, when I bet, when I do everything. So I think that's just kind of in our blood.
Okay. All right, cool. And yeah, thanks for answering that, man. I guess a couple more guys in the chat box just saying what's up. Monroy Robinson also asking Colorado against his boy Tehran.
Yeah, I'd like quickly. I would lean Tehran in that game. I think, and again, I don't want to bet against Bettis. I know he's been through some things, but again, Tehran's been very good on the road. Maybe look first five there. Quickly, Zach Kenkel, please fix the video. Zach, unfortunately, the video is fine. You've been mentioning that for the last 3-4 weeks. I don't know that it's us. I think it's just your computer. Maybe you want to, get a computer scientist in there to fix it. I don't know. But again, Drew, great doing videos with you. Enjoy your trip to Vegas. And I know we got some college football where we do it coming up, which that'll be out in the next day or so.
Awesome. Yeah, man. And yeah, let's do the Conference USA preview here. Zach also saying when's the next IFBC next year? It will be in, I believe, Costa Rica. We're also doing something for March Madness. We'll stay tuned. Follow SBR Sports Picks for more info. But yeah, BMOC, thank you. And yeah, if you got nothing else, we can close it out, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right.